All right, I'm putting the spaghetti squash in the oven. Just rolling it till it stays still. It's on 350, and I'm gonna put it in probably for about an hour, maybe a little less. I'll check it, maybe 45 minutes because it's so small. All right, I'm taking it out. So I'm just gonna stick my fork in there, and it feels tender. You don't want it to be too mushy. This was 45 minutes because it's kind of a smaller spaghetti squash. You can see the size of it. Some of them tend to be a little bit bigger. It just depends on where you're buying it. All right, see you soon. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so now I've taken my spaghetti squash out, but I put it in the fridge. That's why I'm holding it with my hand, because it's ice cold. It's not hot. If you wanted to let it cool off, you could, and then slice it and start to take out these seeds. So as you can see here, I'm just taking the seeds out. So it's already cooked. Now this one, I could have probably let it cook a little bit longer, but you don't want to let it to cook too long because I don't like it to be mushy. I like it to have still some chew to it. Okay, so when now I'm going to put it in the pan and it's going to continue to cook some more. So I'm showing you, let me just put that one down, and I'm showing you here, I'm just scraping it, and look, it's all coming out. And oops, I put it in the wrong pile, haha. Let's put it over here. And I don't want to get too many seeds. Okay, so I'm scraping it into my bowl. And then I'm going to saute it with some other things. Like tomatoes. I'm going to put some tomatoes and some onions, maybe a little bit of garlic. So we'll be back in a minute. Hey, okay. So I'm putting some extra virgin olive oil in the pan. This is organic too. I like organic whenever possible. All right, now first I'm going to put in the onions. That's what I have. I like onions, I like garlic, so I'm putting that in. Now this is a weeknight thing I'm doing during the week because I already had my spaghetti squash cooked. Because I did it the other night, or actually the other day when I was home here, I did it, and so it was all ready for me. Because I like to have some things ready for the weekdays because I went to the gym. That's why my hair is a mess. So I figured you wouldn't mind. You just want to learn good skills. All right, so you can see the onions here. So they're cooking pretty good because I had it up pretty high. Now I turned it down a little, and now I'm going to put in the spaghetti squash that I already had shredded. Okay, because you can see they're cooking. They're getting nice and golden. Gonna put this in. Now I have garlic too, but I didn't put it in yet because garlic can burn and I don't like it to be bitter. So all right, I'm putting all that in there. Now like I said, I undercook it a little bit because I don't like it to get mushy. And I still have tomatoes that I'm gonna cook too. All right, so we'll let that cook down a minute and we'll be right back. All right, so I'm putting a little bit of salt and pepper. I have kosher salt here. I like to keep that around. A little bit of that, and I have some fresh cracked black pepper. Now, I'm going to keep the heat up a little. I'm going to actually turn it up on high right now because I'm going to put my tomatoes in. And they have a lot of moisture in there, and so I want that to evaporate too while they cook down. So here, I'm putting all these tomatoes because I had them on my counter. They were just sitting there, and then they would have gone bad. So basically, I'm just trying to use the things up that are in my kitchen. All right, so that's good. I can hear all the juices coming out now. So if you kind of keep it on high and stir it around a little, then it'll cook down. It's not going to get really mushy. It's going to be better. Same thing with zucchini. You know, sometimes people don't like zucchini because they think it's really watery. But you have to keep it up high, and you can't crowd the zucchini too much because otherwise it just gets steamed, really. And you know, now spaghetti squash, some things people probably think maybe it's not so valuable, but it does have a lot of B vitamins, and it also has omega-3 and 6 fatty acids in it, believe it or not. It's a good little vegetable. And it takes on whatever flavors you're putting in there. So we'll let that cook down for a minute. Alright, so now the tomatoes have broken down a little, you can see that. But my spaghetti squash, because I didn't cook it too much, is still a little, it's still got a little integrity to it. Now one of the last things I'm putting in is a little bit of garlic and some parsley. So I have some flat leaf Italian parsley that I had in my fridge from something else that I made. And parsley is a good thing to keep around. It kind of brightens the flavor a little bit. It lasts a really long time in your fridge too. Now I'm going to turn the heat actually, maybe just down to low. This electric stove isn't the greatest, but there's no gas on my street. So, something to work on. All right, so the garlic's cooking. That doesn't take but a minute. All right, and then, actually, since the heat's still going to be on, I am going to turn it off. And then I'm going to just put in some Parmesan cheese, a little bit, and that's done. All right, so got a little bit here, get a little sharpness. All right, great. That's it. Next time on Subi's Kitchen.